I'm just going to go back down the line here. Russ, if you could just comment quickly on air freight and how much of a factor that is in our market right now. And then if you could follow up, there's been, it seems from my perception, a large move to businesses using the 3PL business model. And if you could comment on maybe why that's happening, or maybe it's just my perception, but it seems that there's a move to outsourcing warehouse distribution trucking to that model. And is that a cost-saving arrangement because of the economy right now, or is that a move you think will continue in your business?
Well, I'll address that first.
If you can move the mic up.
In terms of the 3PL side, there's a lot of different reasons that individual companies may select a 3PL as opposed to having their own operations. But generally speaking, I think with a 3PL, you get some economies of scale. You may have a scenario where you've got some growth and contraction in your business model, and you don't really want to take on your own space and be sitting on empty space, and you get into a 3PL environment, and you can sort of share that space a little bit and get some cost reductions. You also get some synergies maybe with systems and people and management and what have you. I think the biggest driver over the past few years, at least from my understanding and my experience, has been the fact that companies with uncertainty in the market, they don't want to invest their own dollars. They want to be in a more variable cost situation. And so I think that would be my answer regarding 3PLs. And it's the synergy, the opportunity to take advantage of those cost reductions and go into a variable cost scenario. In terms of air cargo, addressing that, obviously, we're a secondary market for air freight and for passenger cargo and what have you, and the big guys on the West Coast and in the Midwest and what have you. We're not one of those airports. However, the Reno airport has been very active and very progressive in trying to develop better air cargo services over the years, and really has done a great job with that. I think we've got roughly 20 flights a day in and out of here, or 10 in and 10 out with the integrated carriers. That's grown tremendously. I know the airport's working and has worked over the years to try and build cargo services with the commercial airlines and some international cargo carriers. And I think down the road we'll probably see some traction there, and there really get some good things happening. But even without that, we have very good infrastructure, again, logistically from a transportation perspective, to feed the major airports. So I don't know that air service has been in my experience, in our experience, I don't know that it's been a barrier to locating your operations in this market. I don't see that at all. I mean, we're hours away from San Francisco. It's a major international airport. There's a lot of flights, and we're an overnight trip from Southern California. If you're 30 miles from LA from the airport, you're an overnight trip from the airport anyway. So I really don't think it's a factor. And the fact that the airport's working diligently to really improve those air cargo services, I think that's only going to enhance it and build it further, and may actually allow us to feed other cities that are more regionalized and further away from those core commercial airports.
Good.